patience, decide whether they should be given appliances. When the appliances are agreed, they measure for the appliances. Not everybody gets an appliance that fits all. And when they measure the appliances, an order is placed with government agencies, and the order that is placed with government agencies for 3,46,000 for delivery at Aligarh in UP, for instance, is here. The order that was placed. Money didn't disappear. Order was placed. These things came. People here are saying the camps were held. These were not sold in the market. And if they were, you could have done a sting. Handicap cycles, 37. Wheelchairs adult, 10. Wheelchair child, 10. Crutches left, 20. Crutches male, 20. Crutches small, 20. Walker, 5. Walking stick, 10. Blind stick, 5. And that's it. Only reading one. Don't want to read everything else for you. Okay?
These are all the districts.
These are all the districts. The purchases are all there. The hearing aids also, including the hearing aid that you managed to get, had not been given, is all here. It's all been bought. Okay? These are all hearing aids. So this is about the camps. The camps were held. The camp documents were given to the ministry. Having given the documents to the ministry, why they didn't get to the CAG, I don't know. But CAG are very happy to receive the documents, and the documents will be given to CAG. They will be given to CAG. And I hope that the CAG will then come with an appropriate answer. Because it has been alleged that no camps have been held. It has been alleged that no camps have been held, something that we were not even told when Aaj Tak gave us the documents that they submitted. We had no option but to file a defamation suit against Aaj Tak in the Delhi High Court, and the suit will now be listed in the next couple of days, and then we will know what the judges think of what the Aaj Tak has said and what we have said. We are not happy to do this. I'm not happy to go against a newspaper. I like newspapers. I didn't become a spokesperson for nothing, and I did feel that I had a very good relationship with the media, and I respected the media. But allow me to say this, that this has come as a big question mark on my feelings and my understanding of the media. Not everybody, but some. And I actually acknowledge that some of you have sent me messages saying, we are not all the same. Thank you. I know that you're not all the same. I only now want to figure out why some are different from you. Now, having said all that, the fact that we filed the case, we have no option but to file more cases, and more cases are going to be filed in the next few days. I also have to give you the good information that people who are associated with the trust and value the trust and cherish the trust feel that the matters should also be taken to courts outside India, including in England, where fortunately or unfortunately the channels are shown. And I want to share this as a personal sense of hurt. 38 years after I landed in Oxford University on the 10th of October, my college invited me. They wanted me to lecture to the law faculty, and they wanted me to lecture to the Indian students on unity, not uniformity in the politics of modern India. On judicial activism, to the law faculty. I was taken to the high table. I was given the greatest honor that any ex-student can be given. And while I was there being feted and praised, and people were taking my autographs, young law students from India were taking my autographs, India Today and Aaj Tak were running the story, saying what a bad man the Law Minister of India is. And people were embarrassed to ask me, why is this happening? And I had to say again what you have heard from me here just now, and of course something that I will have to say in future as well. So if people want matters to be filed in London, I am sorry, I can't hold them back. It's just a bit of information that I'm giving you, not bravado, but I actually feel, and don't be in a hurry to think that I'm going to run away from the other questions. I'm coming to the other questions as well. I feel hurt. I feel hurt. And I wonder who in this country would reach out to the destitute, reach out to the disadvantaged and the unfortunate people, if even a person who is at my level in politics is to be dragged through the dirt in this manner. Who will have the courage? I have many reasons that convince me why this has been done. I won't give them to you today. We will talk about it. Today it doesn't matter why it's been done.
It's been done.
Today it's been done. That is what's important, it's been done. Okay? Now, let us come to the cherry on the cake as far as India Today is concerned. Cherry on the cake.
Three parents. The three people who didn't. After
Yeah, no, cherry on the cake.
After 2, 3, 5, 3.
They did a sting. If they want to withdraw from saying they did a sting, they are happy. I will be happy to let them withdraw. I kept saying to them, you haven't done a sting, don't pat yourself for a sting. You've done a source story. It's a source. Somebody who feels something wrong has been done is a source. You don't want to disclose the man's name? Fine. Legitimate. But it's a source story. And the source also has given you a story that we ourselves have been struggling with for the last 1 year. We have been saying, why are these questions being asked? Please investigate. Please inquire. Please come to the bottom of it. Please find the truth. We have been saying this, both to the central government here, ministry, as well as to UP government. And it was in culmination of this that the director, Louis Khurshid, went and met the chief minister. In the culmination of this. And on the 3rd of October, which I don't know if Times of India is here, sadly said that she went to get more money. She went to get an inquiry ordered. And now we have from the UP government, hopefully not a forged letter, saying that inquiry was ordered on the 3rd. Do we have that?
Not inquiry,
Whatever,
they set it on for inquiry.
कृपया मुख्यमंत्री उत्तर प्रदेश को संबोधित अपने पत्र दिनांक 17/9/2012 का संदर्भ ग्रहण करें और कष्ट करें जिसमें आपने डॉक्टर जाकिर हुसैन मेमोरियल ट्रस्ट के वर्ष 2009-2010 के विकलांग कल्याण परीक्षण रिपोर्ट के सत्यापन के पुनः जांच कराए जाने का अनुरोध किया है। अवगत कराना है कि आपका पत्र अग्रतर जांच कार्यवाही हेतु प्रमुख सचिव विकलांग कल्याण उत्तर प्रदेश को प्रेषित कर दिया गया है। उक्त प्रकरण में की गई कार्यवाही के उपरांत पुनः आपको सूचित किया जाएगा। This is a letter given on 17th of September and a reply to that letter is of 3rd of October 2012. And yet stories run by India Today are saying we've got an inquiry ordered. This is there. However, earlier to this, and that's based on the letter that was sent by the Department of Social Welfare to the trust, saying we've received some information from UP, and we need a clarification on that. Such a letter did come to us, about which Mr. Arun Puri has said Arun Puri had originally said that this is an inquiry ordered by the central government. We said no, it was a clarification sought, and he said
we received the notice.
Said that we received the notice. You're sitting here, you said we received the notice. He said this is all semantics. This is all semantics. A man is a good one day, bad another day is semantics. A letter given for clarification and a notice given is semantics. A mere question asked and a formal inquiry being held is semantics. Be that as it may be a favorite word of India Today, semantics, so we will leave it at that. The point is, yes, it is true. It is true that there was a letter to the central government saying 10 people have denied their signatures. True. There was such a letter.
Sent to the camps or not.
True. Either that the camps were not held or that their signature is not on the test check report. Clear. Not running away from it. There was such a letter. It was that letter that we wanted further investigated or checked by the UP government. That is what the context was in which we went. Now my feeling is that somebody somewhere sitting in some office which is feeding India today is also the person who is worried about the inquiry. Too much will come out. Too much will come out, and what they've been doing for years would immediately be exposed. They were worried. So they immediately said, please have this story carried. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe there is another reason. But it doesn't matter. The story got carried. It still remains to establish whether camps were held or not. I think I have proved today that the camps have held. That UP government doesn't have to do anything about whether the camps were held or not. I've proved it. But the last thing that is left now by way of allegation are three things. One, report saying in these following districts the check test report is not signed by me. X. Somebody saying it is not signed by me. One thing, important. Second one, the affidavit supposedly given by Mr. J.B. Singh, denied by Mr. J.B. Singh. Yes, no problem. Third, now they've come up with another story saying the letter written originally by some Mr. Yadav could not have been written because Mr. Yadav had retired. Three things.
That never came up from the ministry.
Three things. This has to be investigated. It will be investigated. I am willing that this be investigated by anybody, including the CAG. But none of this turns in any way the truth about the camps being held, which I have shown to you that the camps have been held. Now I want to give you all a new thing today. I have told you that India Today said they did a sting. It was actually source information. But what we have done is a thing called reverse sting. You know what reverse swing is? You know what a reverse swing is? You are here, you know. You know what a reverse swing is? We've done a reverse sting. We have got some documents and we've got some recordings of people who were fooled by the India Today story, by the India Today group, saying, we will give you something new if you say you got nothing. And they said, because they said they will give us something, we said we got nothing. Okay? We will show that to you. It's coming. It's coming. Anybody wants exclusive, we'll give you exclusive. Run it on them. No problem. But that's called a counter sting. That's called a counter sting. And India will now go through counter stings. But the explanation for these three things have to be done. One explanation will come because the report has been asked for by the UP government. We will request the UP government also to include in this inquiry or in this investigation or in this research that they are doing also the issue about the affidavit from Lucknow and also the letter written by Mr. Yadav. No problem at all. None of these documents have any value if they come through a private person. They have no value if they come through a private person, just as there would be no value about what India Today says unless it came from Mr. Arun Puri. Whatever letters come from any official, rightly or wrongly, would have gone directly to the government, and the government departments have to see whether that letter is there or not, whether they believed it or they didn't believe it. On none of these letters does anything about the camp's turn, including Mr. Yadav's letter. There are 17 letters from district magistrates, and they are letters from the department at different levels that have been included in deciding whether further camps should be held. 17 camps are not given to an organization that is not held in high esteem. 17 camps are given to an organization that has a history, that has a standing, that has recognition. 17 such, what is this?
This is the first check, 21 points which they checked before they give it a chance.
Zila Adhikari Farrukhabad, Ram Anurag Verma. He gave Ram Anurag Verma on 24th of November 2010. It's not one guy who writes a letter. False, forged, real or unreal. There are several officials who write letters and then Government of India decides what to do. That's Farrukhabad. This is Rampur. Same thing. Same thing from Rampur. What they have to do is to do several things on check, and this is from...
Four different Rampur,
There is Rampur, there is Shahjahanpur, there is Kashiram Nagar and Bareilly.
the camp is never happened.
All the camps that you said have never been held, these documents are here. Okay? So those three things have to be inquired.
Given to India today.
We are happy. Most of this was given to India today, by the way. I think almost all of it was given to India today, except that picture. Now, of course, there are some details that we are not going to give you today, because you have your stringers. You can go and persuade people. Anything can happen. Let's get that bit of information and we'll give that too. Nothing on 71 lakhs, nothing on the camps, not a word said by India today can be proved by them. Not one word can be proved by them. And I would like to see what happens to them in court. They can scream and scream and scream about documents that are claimed to be forged. They can scream till they're blue in their face, and we'll have to use a blue margin rather than a red margin for India today, and it'll become India yesterday. But not a word about the camps they can prove, and over the next few days, all this will come out right there, and I will request some of you, how far they've reached? I will request some of you, what? Where Uzair is. I will request some of you, while we offer you something to drink, the Viklangs, not the rented Viklangs that come when they protest, but Viklangs who got their cycles. And sorry, I can only arrange for them to get tricycles. I can't arrange for them to get putt-putts. The Viklangs that got the cycles and Viklangs that were assisted by us in substantial number are coming here today, and they are reaching. You can talk to them. I will move away. You can take them aside and you can talk to them. You can offer them more cycles if you like, and they may give you what you want to hear from them. You are also invited. You are also invited to go to the 17 districts anytime without telling us. Go to the 17 districts and speak to the Viklangs. But a little more information I'm going to hold back. Because I was told when I was very young various ways of expressing people's condition, and one was Marta kya na karta. Marta kya na karta. Therefore, I will try that we don't reach a point where Marta kya na karta becomes another issue for me. My Viklang friends have reached where? They've reached Kalandi Kunj. You can wait a little while. Let them come here, talk to them, meet them, take their interviews if you want, and then decide what you want to run. All I am saying is, it is not anything to do with Salman Khurshid, the law minister. I did this before I became the law minister.
Got the first camp from the NGO government.
I got the first camp from the NDA government. I started my life with Viklangs when the first girl who used to crawl on the floor, I took one cycle from Jain, Mahavir Viklang Samiti. I took one tricycle and took it to her, and I gave it to her, and she could then from there on move to go to college, then get married and run some little business. I took first tricycle, and I felt and I was nobody at that time, and I felt that was a very difficult task. Today we have gone into thousands of people, not just in UP, but across the country. And I have to today ask myself, is this something that I must continue to do? Or is it something I must wash my hands off. But then I ask myself that if I can be bullied into giving up something of compassion, something which is good for humanity, I hate to think what other people will have to suffer and what other people will have to do. Today I have to fight, not for myself, lest somebody believe that I have to fight for myself. Today I have to fight for an idea. Today I have to fight for compassion, and today I have to fight for humanity. May sound a little bit loudmouth, but that is what I intend to do. That is what I will continue to do, and that is what I believe I am mandated to do.